Alright, welcome once again to You Might Also Like a Podcast. Today is May 24th, 2013, and this would be our third episode. I'm your host, Chris, and I'm here with a very special guest tonight, my friend Tyler.
Hello there, Internet.
So tonight we have watched The Gay Bed and Breakfast of Terror. It's a 2007 campy, low-budget movie from director Jaymes Thompson, and it's called The Gay Bed and Breakfast of Terror, and I can't stress that enough. That's a wonderful title. It tells you everything you need to know.
It wraps the plot up in a nice, pretty, flamboyant bow. And plot is a very generous word. Lack thereof would probably be what my statement would be on there. Just a lack of script and the acting.
Yeah, extremely poor on most aspects of this movie. The mics were making that terrible electric sound.
Yeah, no shielding.
Yeah, the cuts and the editing are sloppy. The actors, I'm sure, came from a Craigslist ad.
As did the cameraman.
Yes, everything. I believe they even used the zoom button on the camera at some point.
That they did.
I've taken a few film classes, and I believe that is a no-no. Now, that said, whoever wrote this was definitely channeling John Waters when they made it. This is that level of bad that is fantastic.
Just so bad that you can't turn it off. You have to just finish it.
Yeah, I loved it, actually. I'm going to just go right up on the limb, right off the bat, and say I fucking love this movie.
I would watch it again and again and again. Every member of the gay community was represented in their terrific stereotypical fashion.
Yeah, every character is definitely an extreme. You have fag hags in there, you got twinks, you got bears, you got leather gods, you got a drag queen.
People that I just didn't know existed, and I'm just tickled pink that I do now.
Yep, no, this is definitely just a fantastic, every character's taken to an extreme. There's, how did you put it about the villains in the movie?
You know, the antagonist in this film, they're almost like a spoof. They're almost like a view of how the gay community sees their counterparts. Just wonderfully demonize these. The main antagonist being this devout, crazy Christian Republican murderer who is just desperately trying to get her daughter to convert one of these gay men and then marry him and then consummate the marriage. And just the way they keep throwing that out there, not only are these crazy religious fanatics, but they are also Republican and have shrines to Jesus and George W. Bush and Dick Cheney, and just hilariously put in together.
Yeah, this was... I hate to keep using the word fantastic. This is a fun movie, but you definitely kind of have to be comfortable with your sexuality to sit down and watch it if you're not a member of the gay community. There's definitely going to be some dong hanging there.
They do go full pickle on here. If you have never seen a gay sequence, be prepared. You are forewarned. There's a spoiler alert for you. Not going to tell you how many times. You got to have a little bit of fun in the movie, but you're gonna see some man-on-man action. They do have some nice lesbian action for those hetero men out there listening, and it is peppered in there, but it's not a fair balance whatsoever.
Yep. All right, let's get down to complaints. Outside of what we've covered already, the plot gets extremely convoluted towards the end of the movie. It takes a second for the build-up to get there where you start realizing this is one of those so bad it's wonderful movies.
That it does. The exposition is clunky. It's just overly convoluted, almost as if they're convincing themselves of their roles.
Yep, and it's going to get more and more. It's going to pile on you as far as plot and plot holes. There's a bunch of wonderful flashback sequences in the movie. They're just hilarious.
All of which are taking place in a nice little setup where the protagonist and antagonist, who are amidst these murders and thus this depraved activity, have a nice little sit down and recant on these stories of how these people came to be the way that they are.
Yeah. Now, I haven't seen a lot of gay and lesbian movies. I don't really know why I have a gay and lesbian section, but thank God it's there, because now I feel like I've walked a mile in your guys' shoes, always going to bed and breakfasts and just having to dodge murderous Republicans. And I guess I understand your plight. If I had to rank my favorite gay movies of all time, I would say The Gay Bed and Breakfast of Terror is going to be right up there.
Right next to Brokeback Mountain, Boys Don't Cry, Milk. Definitely setting back the equal right amendments at least 20 years.
Yeah, this is, if you needed a movie to convince you that there was a gay agenda, I suppose this would probably it.
That this is a fairly accurate representation of, well, I wouldn't know, not being a homosexual myself, but I feel like this is a fairly accurate representation. And by that I mean not at all.
Yeah, no, we are being sarcastic. Netflix only gave this a 3 and barely into that 4-star. I'm going to go ahead and say it's a 5.
Absolutely a 5, a 5.5. If you have a gay and lesbian movie section on your Netflix and this movie is not represented, Netflix has done you an injustice.
And you should call them up and complain.
An angry email.
If you're into cult movies, you're into cheesy horror movies, this is definitely something you need to watch. This is going to be a cult classic. And if it's not, then I don't know what's wrong with cinema fans today.
The world is going to be in a very bad place. Yep. If the gay and lesbian community can't watch this and look at it and laugh.
Yeah, no, this is definitely worth your time. I recommend it highly.
I would make my personal recommendation to watch this movie twice. Definitely watch it with a buddy, and be prepared for some man-on-man.
Yep, they will take you right down to Pound Town. And, we're just two heterosexual dudes enjoying a gay and lesbian movie.
That's right. And then
you can do that too,
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing strange about that.
Yeah, I believe we ate a bowl of popcorn, we drank some coffee, and ate Peeps for this.
And yes, the 3. And I can't think of anything that is more heterosexual than that.
Yeah, so there. So I'm Chris. This is my special guest host, Tyler. And this has been You Might Also Like a Podcast. This is episode 3 for us. We're on Facebook now, so give us a listen. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Follow on Facebook, guys. Definitely got more to come.
All right, thank you very much. Have a good night.